G'day and welcome to the Breaking Through podcast. Another week. It's just when I think a week can't get bigger, it does.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of negative stuff this week. We'll try and keep it positive, but when there's negative stuff across the whole industry, we've got to talk about it. But I want to start off with a fan question. Keep sending them in. We're going to bring them up on the podcast. And this is a fun one. And I think if any of these came back, it would be awesome. But Tyson, what festivals would you like to come back?
Ooh.
What Australian festivals would you like to see come back? I know we're going to have different opinions on this.
Yeah. Off the top of my head, Big Day Out was like the best one. I think that's the peak. Personally, though, I was a fan of the AJ Matter festivals. So I'm going to say Harvest Rock. And
Harvest Rock?
Yeah. Do you not remember Harvest Rock?
No.
Bro, it was super indie. This was like the hipster one. It was like 2000, like late 2000s, early 2010s. I think it only went for like 3 years.
So there's a Harvest Rock in Adelaide.
Oh, wait. No, it's just called Harvest Festival. I got that mixed up so bad. It was just called Harvest Festival. AJ Matter ran it. And it was artists like Neutral Milk Hotel, Portishead, Sigur Rós, Beck. Like, it was super indie. I loved it.
That's funny because Beck was also on the Harvest Rock lineup a couple. Oh my God. So Big Day Out.
Yeah, Harvest and Future. I'm surprised Future hasn't made a comeback, especially in this musical landscape. That was a big dance festival back in the day, and it'd be massive now. They failed, right? The last year that they did it, Drake was headlining, and it wasn't enough.
Drake couldn't save a headline?
Drake couldn't save it.
What was that last year? Was it like 2012?
I think it was 2013.
Right, this was before my time.
Yeah.
I'm going to go a little bit more recent, actually super recent. I think the one that everyone wants to come back is Splendour. I think that was the crown jewel of Australian festivals for a long time.
Yeah.
I remember going, Splendour's going to be around for years. There's no way Splendour's going away. What happened? But I also think Falls. I'd love Falls to come back. I think that was also, that went to a few locations. Byron over New Year's, I don't think you can beat it. And they went on hiatus and have just never come back. So
yeah, I love Falls. It was just something to do on New Year's. I don't like any New Year's events. Really.
Yeah, it was just good that you could have New Year's and then you'd wake up and go again for another couple of days. That was awesome.
Nothing better.
I remember I went to the last one for $120. Me and a mate went for $120, and I think it had like Spacey Jane.
Yeah.
Can't remember who else they had on it, but I think that was a festival that was just got taken by COVID. Really.
Yeah.
People just like had COVID fatigue, and I think if it came back now, I think it would do really well. And there's no real Queensland New Year's stuff going on. Certainly not camping festivals. So you'd have to compete with BTV and Lost Paradise and that type of stuff. But if you went the completely different route, I think you'd definitely have a real chance.
Yeah, I'm surprised BTV hasn't done a like Queensland version as well and just shared
that's
the
Wildlands.
Yeah,
they've got Wildlands in Brisbane and Perth, and they used to have one in Adelaide. Not the most recent one though, which sucks. But they've kind of got a monopoly there.
Yeah.
But just a Queensland camping festival would be sick. But if you have any festivals that you would like to see come back, let us know, and we might come back to it and see if we think it would be a good fit or not.
Okay.
But yeah, more festivals in general would be sick. An interesting thing that has come to light in a positive way in the last, I can't remember when they announced it, the last couple of days is Like a Version is doubling for this month. So you get a Like a Version Tuesday afternoon and Friday morning, obviously. And I think off the back of some really good Like a Versions, starting this year super strong. Gigi Perez's Like a Version is one of the best Like a Versions I think I've ever seen.
Wow.
And she covered Lana Del Rey, her voice on that. She made it her own. She's if I can think of an example of what Like a Version should be, it's Gigi Perez's. It's really good. And then she did a video saying like how much Like a Version meant to her. It kind of got her into music, looking at Like a Versions. That's a feather in Triple J's cap if you're getting Gigi Perez in the music. So if we can double the amount of Like a Versions that we can get, I think it's a really good thing. And they've released the list of who's actually doing Leica versions for this month, which I don't think they've ever done.
Yeah. And who we got? We got Turnstile, we got the Veronicas.
Incubee's on there.
Okay, Lou, I'm pretty sure I saw Lucy Dacus.
Yes, there's a full list that I don't know where it is, but I think it's a really cool thing to do. Here we go. Baker Boy's on it, Mayer's on it, Kevin Abstract's on it.
Cool.
So yeah, I think it's a really cool thing to do. The only negative that I would have is that, like, obviously, like a version, it's such a cool, interesting concept that if you have too much of it, I hope it doesn't kind of...
It's one of the things that works for Triple J. I think Like a Version, the Hottest 100 are like their biggest sort of staples.
Yep.
So I can see why you want to double down with it, especially after summer when we've had so many artists just come through.
Yep.
They've probably got a backlog of like recordings that they're like, if we stretch this out, this is 3 months of Like a Versions that we've recorded in a week. We're not going to have any room for new artists to come in. So yeah, it's good. It's a good way to like unload a lot of them.
And also, like, they do super well on socials.
Super well.
So, like, you're gonna do that if you have this backlog of Like a versions, especially if you only do one a week and you've recorded one in January and you can't release it till like April, May. If you're just doing one a week, you're like, these guys were here months ago. Why haven't we released it? So I think it's heaps of positives there, which I'm keen to see. But would you like to see it continue? Would you like to see? I know we haven't started it yet, but would you like to see 2 a week in the future?
No, not really. I think it would just like, I think it will just overdo it and people will get over it. I think stick to 1 a week. This is fun. It's fun that we're doing a month of them.
Yeah.
But I think if you were to do 2 a week, I'm pretty sure like people would miss some. Like it would take away the good mystique like about
the
it.
glossiness.
Yeah,
of
the
Like a
glossiness.
version.
Yeah.
But I think it's like a version goes up and down. It has its dips.
Yeah.
Especially when acts come on and they don't really like. I think there's a difference between a cover and a Like a version.
Yeah.
Like a cover, it's like you're not really doing anything with it. And then you get people like GG Perez that come on, they make it their own, and you're like, fuck, this is peak Like a version.
Yeah.
That's what I like seeing.
I feel like some of them as well is like pandering. Like I don't like it when like a male band gets up there and is like, we're gonna do Addison Rae song. It's just
love
like
that.
I'm just always like, ugh.
I love that.
Yeah, I know, but I just see through it and I'm like,
Oh.
all right, go get your teenage girlfriends. All right.
Oh man, I love it when they do stuff like that and just go like when I can't think of an example right now, but when it's such a different voice, I think it just adds another layer to the song.
Don't get me wrong, it can get done right.
Some of them do it really well, so
Yeah.
I'm interested to see that. And you've got a Turnstile shirt on, and their first one's up. So
Hell yeah.
by the time this is out, we'll talk about it next week.
It was sick.
I've been thinking about, ever since this came out, we've been talking about it a lot. The Spotify AI playlisting controversy. I'd call it controversy.
Oof.
Man, I think the questions that come back for me with this type of thing is like, I don't think media should be promoting AI in any way. I think AI has a place in society, but not in art, man. Not in finding music, not in creating music. And I think like off air all the time, we're constantly having conversations with people about AI and what it's doing. To see people in media promote it, that I wasn't mad. I was just very disappointed.
Yeah, it sucks. They also got like 2 like really like pivotal music voices, like Ash and Poppy. Yeah, I was kind of disappointed in it because Spotify doesn't really need them, and they don't really need Spotify to do these ads. And I don't know. I'm kind of upset that they didn't ask us either. Would have been nice. Would have been nice to just been
to be
asked.
included.
Get that bag, you know?
Yeah, but I think it's and you know, it was some of the people were Ash and Poppy. Ash came out and took accountability, which I don't agree with everything she said, but she came out and kind of clarified her reasoning around it, which I wish more industry did.
Yeah.
We're not going to agree with everything that media does. People aren't going to agree with everything that we talk about or our opinions, but we talk about why we think like this, why we do this. There's going to be times over the period of this podcast or my TikTok, people aren't going to like what I do,
Yeah.
but I'm still going to explain it. And I really commend Ash for coming out and saying why she did it. But Jesus Christ.
It started a bit of a storm.
It really has. A lot of videos coming off the back of that. A lot of people coming out and going, not directly talking about it, but saying like, there's no place for AI in music. And this isn't a conversation that's going to go away. So a lot of it came with, working with Spotify and that type of stuff where like everyone's working with Spotify. I think it's interesting to, go, you just can't work with them at all.
Yeah.
But the AI thing, it's what's really turned the corner for this. And
I mean, Spotify could have asked an artist to do it, but most artists would have said, no way.
yeah,
There's a reason why they went for music journalists. And I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people in the comments section on Ash's thing after her apology. I mean, I took that apology and I kind of sat with it for a while.
Yeah, same.
One of the first things I thought of at the end of it was like, hey, maybe it's not that bad, which is crazy
AI.
to think. Yeah, maybe the AI playlisting is bad. Because the way Ash explained it was like, this really wasn't for you guys. Like, this wasn't for you guys. This is for like people that don't have time to like look up music and discover stuff. But that made me go like, then why would Spotify ask you to do it? And some of me feels like Ash wouldn't do it for the money. I think Ash is like got good money. She works for one of the distro services. I don't think she did it for the money. I think she did it for her podcast, keeping her relationship with Spotify really healthy. And I kind of feel the same about Poppy too, but Poppy seems a bit more AI positive. But yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't really like blame him, but it's just not a good look.
yeah. And I think it's like AI is becoming so much more prevalent. People are scared.
Yeah.
People are really scared. And it's especially for artists or independent media going like, we're all trying to support each other, and putting AI in music is not supporting.
Yeah.
Which I think is really tough. But I don't like. Does this go away? Does AI go away? If do we just embrace it? I know some artists have come out and gone, this is something we've got to embrace. What So Not has come out and gone, these are things that are going to come into the society.
I'm pretty sure Teddy Swims as well has like come out and been like, I use AI to help make my music.
Which sucks, man.
It sucks. But I think it's just like, there's no stopping this tsunami of AI. It's coming. Like, and there's also no money in speaking out against AI. Is there money in supporting AI?
Yeah, buddy.
Big time. There's
Not for
money.
us.
Yeah. We're going to be called the Breaking AI podcast soon if they want to cash the check.
Just use our likeness and then just say what you want to say.
Yeah, we'll be completely AI at every episode. It is. I don't think it's going away. I think more and more.
And it was a very industry-driven conversation and controversy. But does the normal punter listen to music, going to festivals, going to gigs and tours and that type of stuff? Do they care how the music's made? Do they care if AI is included in music? Like, obviously, we don't like it, but that's because, this is our jobs and industry and that type of stuff. But if you're just listening to music because you like music, do you care how it's made?
Yeah. Well, are you talking about how it's made, or the kind of like AI playlisting where you're just getting stuff that's like, how music's
made. Like,
how music's
how
made.
like Haven came out and like that was found out to be AI.
Well, yeah, this is going to be a bigger topic moving forward, because I feel like AI's come out with this rule now where it's like if you use Suno to make a song, they own it. You can make money off it if you've bought a subscription, but at the end of the day, they own it. And that's how far the like rules have come. There's no mention of like, hey, if we used AI to make a song and then we just re-recorded it as a band, that's the kind of situations that I feel like in the future we're going to start hearing more of. Because I feel like with that tool there, it's hard for artists not to use it and to get like a creativity burst of being like, hey, that's a good little like that's a good little chorus there. I might kind of lift off that. You know what I
Take
mean?
inspiration from that.
Take
and then just
inspiration
change,
from
like,
it.
little things.
I think I think we're going to hear a lot more. It's going to become way more prevalent in all our lives, unfortunately.
I would like it, like, if it's not going to stop, just like you have to mark your song or label your song as AI created. And then let the punters decide if they care or if they don't care. Because there's people that genuinely don't care.
I think young people really don't care that much.
I think it's 50-50. Like, especially, doing the deep dives on this, I think obviously there's people that want to support and then people that just are scared as shit from technology.
Yeah.
Which, with this type of stuff, fair enough.
You should be, yeah.
Yeah, you should be.
Everyone should be a bit scared about AI.
Yeah, so
think.
I don't... I don't like it, and I'm scared about where it's going to go. Another bad thing that happened this week. Oh, man, this was an absolute shit show from the start of the day to the end of the day. Rolling Loud cancelled last week
Who could have seen this coming?
with a week out. And, like, oh, man, from when this was announced to the cancellation, people are always like, do you think it's going to cancel? Do you think it's going to this, blah, blah. And I'm never going to go, yes, I 100% think this is going to cancel, because I want all events to succeed.
Yeah.
I want all gigs to succeed. So I'm just like, if it's going ahead, it's going ahead. This is great, blah, blah. And then, I'm getting some comments going, you said it was going ahead a few days ago, blah, blah. I don't work for fucking Rolling Loud, man. Like, what do you want me to say? But I think
It also looks like no Australian people work for Rolling Loud. It seems like it was done from an American leg and then a Thailand leg.
Yeah, but they have Australian.
Oh, they've got Australian. Okay, yeah.
But it was just like the main thing about this Rolling Loud cancellation that I take out of it that is really bad is that I think it marks the death of rap festivals in Australia
100%.
or those surrounding genres as well.
Yeah.
Which sucks because rap fans continuously get fucked over all the time in this country from cancellations, from things being postponed and then cancelled, and then festivals cancelling like a week out, and people had non-refundable flights and all that type of stuff. So it's just like, how much trust can Australian punters give to these festivals? I think it's gone.
It's gone.
If rap festivals aren't gone in this country, I think Rolling Loud certainly is, because they cancelled the last two, and it just sucks.
I don't think there's any future in Rolling Loud around the world anymore. I think that whole scene has kind of died off, the whole rap hype. Like, I think like 5 years ago, it was way more prevalent in society. But now I feel like pop music's kind of dominating. It's kind of getting pushed in second. And with all these cancellations, like we're not the first country to cancel Rolling Loud. It's happened so much. And their choice of headliners have been very controversial in the past as well. I think it's on its last legs, to be honest with you.
Which sucks. But then it shows, I think it shows artists in that genre to be like, if I show stability, if I show faith, then I can get booked on, other festivals that just want to have a rap aspect.
Yeah.
Which I think is where a lot of people would go for now. Because you just can't trust rap festivals now.
Yeah.
Especially in Australia. We've had so many cancellations over the last couple of years. I really feel for the rap fans. But this is just the reality of what we're facing. And the one thing that I liked out of this cancellation was, whether this is the truth or not, I don't know, but Rolling Loud actually giving a reason as to why it cancelled. I don't know if that's the truth. There's a lot of conversation going on around. But instead of going due to unforeseen circumstances, we actually got a reason.
Yeah.
Which was the only thing I liked.
But didn't Prime News go like, that's not true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, of course they're going to say that.
Is Rolling Loud covering their own ass, though? Are they going,
They definitely
it's
could
their
be.
fault?
They definitely could be. And
Yeah.
this is the thing. That's why I'm saying, I don't know if it's true or not. But, giving a reason, I think, it was definitely them getting ahead of what's going on or what's going to happen. But, yeah.
I'm sure there's more to come out of it.
Not in the public space, though, I don't think.
When do you think, are refunds going out? Like, what's the situation there?
Well, Rolling Loud Thailand, they're still waiting for their refunds.
Folks. Oof. Yeah, that
So-
money might take a while.
But it's like the sideshows got cancelled, and this is on everyone in that situation when all the media outlets and Triple J have posted your festival has cancelled before you've even announced it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It was a masterclass in what not to do.
Yeah.
And then obviously they put a statement out a little bit after, but you've got to get ahead of that. For you to not announce that first shows that, one, you've got a million leaks when everyone else was posting it. Like, I guess, there's some things you can't handle, but you should be able to handle how it's announced or how it gets out.
Yeah.
And they couldn't do that.
Man.
That was really bad. And I just thought, oh boy, that just puts people in such a bad position when it's like, you're only hearing rumors, you're only hearing that. There's so many different stories that can go around. You've got to control the narrative.
Yeah.
And they didn't do that.
No. And the fans are pissed. They're so angry.
Yeah, but the funny things that I saw was like, when I was announcing that this was cancelled, I was laughing. And I was trying to hold it back because it was so juicy. I've never seen a festival blame someone else before.
Someone under the bus.
I've never seen that before. And people
Yeah.
were like, why are you happy about this? I'm like, I'm not happy. I've just never seen something like this before.
Yeah.
It's funny because, it's like high school shit.
Yeah.
When we're supposed to be, multi-billion
When
dollar
you don't
company.
have a ticket to it, it's really funny when something like this happens.
Yeah, like
when you do have a ticket to it, it's not that funny.
Yeah, and it's just, we never see that, and we saw it. And my first thing was like, oh my God, this is juicy. This is crazy. It's like, oh, you guys watch Married at First Sight. That's bad, but you're laughing at it.
Yeah. World star, bro. Like.
Yeah, so that sucked. But some positive things, though. We've got a bunch of tours announcing again. Tame Impala announced like so many extra shows.
It's crazy. It's like 4 or 3 shows in every single state, except Adelaide.
Adelaide didn't get anything, but it is now 3 shows in Brisbane, 3 shows in Sydney, 4 shows in Melbourne, and 2 shows in Perth.
Wow.
So, like, I think that's 12 shows all up, which is interesting from where we started. Like, if you booked that first show because you weren't sure if any more shows were coming, blah, 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 you'd be pissed.
Yeah.
Because now there's, weekend shows and people didn't get the tickets they wanted. But, that's interesting that they added that many. I'm happy that Perth got another one.
And you saw a little like hint in one of the like promo videos that they put out.
Yeah, I did a video on it, and it has Dom Fike for like a split second on it, and they've obviously taken the promo from overseas to here and tried to splice it up a little bit. I'm of the opinion that Frontier wouldn't make the mistake of leaving that in. I have faith in Frontier that it's an Easter egg, and they've made campaigns longer. I think they're adaptable with that type of stuff. But other people are just like, nah, it's a fuck up. That's a straight fuck up.
I'm kind of the opinion it's a fuck up because, I mean, Tame Impala and Nina Geraci sold out all these shows on their own,
Yeah.
So Dominic Fike's not cheap to bring out on tour to support you.
But maybe that's like they had Dom Fike like signed to do it just in case the shows didn't, sell everywhere that they wanted to go. And then you add Dom Fike, and then that's that final push to get people to go. Because if Dom Fike's on that bill, that's Dom, Nina Geraci, and Tame Impala. If you get GA, that's like $200. That's one of the steals of the year. If you add Dom Fike on that. But then it's also like when the internationals were announced and it had Dom Fike and Joe on it, I'm like, if he does come, that's his 3rd time in Australia in 3 years. It's like, can you love Australia that much? Like, we're pretty far away.
Yeah. It is a lot. I don't think, and it's just not necessary to put him on. So that's the reason I think it's a fuck up. Also, it's like the vibe of the night would be like Nina opening and then having Dominic Fike and then having Tame Impala. It's just a bit of a moods all over the place.
That, though. I love going from that genre to that genre to that.
Yeah,
genre. That'd be fun as.
Yeah.
I think that'd be such a roller coaster of a night, and I'd really enjoy it. But I don't know. It could just be a fuck up. But I just thought, I got so many messages about it, and I was just like, if I don't do a video on this, people are just like, oh, you're missing this, you're doing this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then if it does turn out to be true, it's like, yes, I did get it. But I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again.
It would be funny if they announced Dominic Fike on it and then announced like another 5 or 6 dates. Like they're just like, we're extending it even more.
Adelaide's getting 4 shows. New Zealand's getting 4 shows. Which I think it was, and I saw a lot of comments. It was like, you're adding all these shows and you're still not adding New Zealand.
Yeah. That's crazy.
You're doing 12 shows and you can't do like 2 in New Zealand.
I'm still very side-eyeing that. I think something's going on.
I mean, unless they release another festival, there's nothing around that time.
Well, who says they have to do it around that time? You know, like he could do it. He could do a festival over there in December.
Yeah, but does he live in Australia? He lives in
I
the
think
US.
he does live in.
I think he's
I
US-based.
think he divides his time.
He's probably got multiple houses.
I think everyone in Perth's had a story where they've run into Kevin.
Yeah,
on the
that's
street,
true.
You know.
Other festivals that announced, we had I Prevail, Iron Maiden, Megadeth. That one got leaked pretty hard.
Yeah.
And it wasn't me. So
Can we say who it was?
I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
But there was multiple people that did it. Multiple people
yeah.
leaked it.
Yep.
And I wasn't one of them. So if you're blaming me for stuff, shut up. Joji also announced.
Cool.
And that's just an East Coast tour.
Is he doing Entertainment Center?
Yeah, he's doing arenas.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Because
Cool.
he's huge.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's like in the top 200 most played acts on Spotify or something.
Wow.
So that's crazy. And then we had Beck, we had Bunt, we've had a few, and they're doing orchestra shows.
That's a trend now. They're doing so many orchestra shows this year. So
Yeah,
you
well-
Beck, you got the U's, Parkway Drive.
The last couple years, yeah, you got Parkway Drive. I think Lime Cordial did a couple orchestra shows. There's a lot of people doing it, and I guess it's like if you're wanting to tour, like, and you want people to see you consistently, you've got to add something new to what you're doing. So if you just go, fuck it, we'll just add an orchestra.
Yeah.
That's something that you'll probably not really see from them again, and it's just you're obviously not going to take that out regionally, but it's a different way to get Metro fans to come and see you play. Like a Lime Cordial gig with an orchestra, that'd be sick.
It sounds interesting. Yeah.
I think Swim's doing an orchestra show as well. That'd be sick.
Wow.
So, I think we'll see a lot more of them. And I think the bad thing with that, though, is that prices will not be going down.
Yeah. No. Beck's an interesting one. I guess it's not like out of his range to do an orchestra show. He does everything. However, it's been a long time since Beck's just come here and done a rock show, party show. And I like Party Beck more than I like soft orchestra, classical Beck.
Right.
Yeah.
That's kind of all the tours this week, though. But a question that I don't think it's a problem for me, but has touring become more about VIP packages than the music?
I do see them everywhere now. These early entry sort of things. I don't like them personally.
VIP packages.
Yeah, the VIP packages. It's just charging you like double the price to let you in an hour earlier or something like that.
I think it's like it's different ways to make money, and it's like the tour culture of being first, being up the front. It's so prevalent,
It's really prevalent now.
and that's something that's never been a factor for me when I'm listening to music or watching music or whatever. But if you want early entry, that's there. Joji's doing signed posters and early entry, so it's like there's meet and greets. There's like there's a screening for Joji at each venue.
Right.
So that if you want to add interesting things, and if Joji or Tame Impala or something like that is your favorite artist. By all means.
I do kind of like the sound check ones where you can get to come in and
Yeah, I
listen
think
to the
sound
sound.
check's
I
cool.
think that's really cool, and it should be like a Q&A as well, where like
Some do Q&As.
yeah, I saw Chapel in the early days was doing Q&As with her fans before the shows. during
Even
sound
at
check.
smaller shows now, like not at like arenas or whatever, but even the smaller shows are doing sound check experiences. And it's like, say if a ticket's $100, like you get if you add like another $70 or whatever, you get the sound check as well.
Yeah.
Which I think's cool.
I think that's really cool.
awesome. So
Yeah.
if you get $170 for a band that's up and coming or whatever at a smaller venue and you get sound check as well, I think that's really good value.
That's really cool. I've seen them get a bit ridiculous now, though. I think you were telling me about Tame Impala having like early entry for seated.
Yeah, Tame Impala's got one of the worst tickets I think I've seen. It's early entry for reserved seating.
Why?
I don't know. And I read it and it was like early entry to the venue. Your seat's going to be there.
Your seat's
It's
gonna
not-
be there.
It's not musical chairs, mate. You're not losing your seat. Like early entry for GA, sure. But to charge the same price for early entry to your seat that you have booked, it's one of the funniest things I've seen.
Yeah, yeah. It's so strange to just be in an empty arena, just like, yep. Well, now we wait.
It's like Well, you always see people like running to the front of like
Yeah.
the barriers or whatever. But like, can you imagine people just running to the
Pushing
seat that
each
you
other
have
over.
bought? I think it's hilarious, and I'd love to know if anyone actually bought that. You get all the other stuff as well, but it's the same price as an early entry GA ticket.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, what's doing, brother? Like, what are we buying there? But I guess if like that's the only ticket left, and you're desperate to see Tame Impala, that's kind of the only time I can see people buying
That's
that.
kind of like the hidden goal, I think, of those ones where it's like the only tickets left, the VIP ones, where you really get nothing. You can go in earlier if you want.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's like, and I think the early entry GA people, I think they go first anyway. I could be wrong on that, but it's like it'd be funny watching everyone run to the barriers and just seeing like who's gonna get there first. That would be cool, but I'm not paying like an extra $250
Yeah.
for that. But yeah, I was just like, what are we doing there? What's that?
Yeah, it's the combination of these early entry things and people still lining up for days before
Yeah.
it, even though they've got that ticket. It's
Yeah.
like, because I've been doing these Club Soda videos with my friend Pierre Pressure.
Yeah.
And we go to concerts early and chat to people in line. And it's a big thing that we go to the people that are right up the front of the line and ask
Yeah.
them how long they've been there. Dude, 2-3 days for
Yeah.
like Renee Rapp,
Yeah.
for Halsey.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, bro. It's like really opened my eyes to like these.
It's
punters.
a full culture. Like,
Yeah, it's a culture.
which is like, they set up like their own numbers for like lines and that type of stuff. And
Yeah.
some venues just go, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're not allowed to camp at some venues either. Like, I think it's a problem that venues are facing. And yeah, I don't know how you.
I've
kinda
seen a
fix
lot of
that.
campouts for the Fortitude Music Hall, and trust me, you don't want to camp out in the valley. Don't do it.
Yeah, I think for Billie Eilish as well, they camped at like they had full campsites for
Yeah.
like not huge campsites obviously, but for 4 days there, the news turned up. Like, yeah, I'm not a fan of it. But if that's what you want to do, the only problem that I see with it that affects me is when they bring that culture to festivals.
Yeah.
That irritates the shit out of me. Like, you shouldn't get barrier all day just because you want to see Chapel Roan.
Yeah.
Let other people that, especially for exclusive acts, let people that, you know, love Role Model or love Pink Pantheress or whatever, let them have barrier for that. But you're not going to give up the barrier because you want to see Chapel Roan.
Yeah.
So that type of stuff
It
really
creates
annoys
dead
me.
space
Yeah,
right at
literally.
the front.
And you know, some acts are coming out and going, "That sucks. Don't do that."
Yeah.
Like the Dregs came out and said something about it and going like, "You don't like us, especially when you're sitting down and not paying attention."
Yeah.
That would suck.
Yeah.
Like, you want to interact with your fans and you've got people at the front not even giving a shit.
Yeah.
That annoys me, and I'd like to put a stop to it. I don't know how we put a stop to that though.
Can't really.
Which, like, I don't know, maybe you put for the really front barriers, you can only be in here for an hour or something. That's the only thing I can.
It's hard to police.
It's hard to police, but I think something's got to be done.
Yeah.
Delta Goodrum in our Pop Princess conversation came up a lot, and now people are saying that, you know, she's on Eurovision,
Yeah.
she's a current pop star. Great that she got picked. We're one of the favourites to win now, but what are your thoughts on Delta getting picked?
It's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like if England asked Adele to be their Eurovision pick. It's like it's kind of she's one of our top pop girls, I guess, from the years, but very Australia based. Like,
Yeah.
kind of never made it into the international market, which is why seeing her name in our prop princess debate, I was sort of like, huh? Like, Sia was the only one I kind of agreed
Yeah, I
with,
agree
with
with
being
Sia.
like,
Or
oh
Tones and I.
yeah,
I agree with
totally.
Tones and I as well.
Yeah, Tones and I too. But yeah, Delta, we got a good chance. This is probably our best chance we've had in the Eurovision. It's kind of interesting to see her there. I didn't really know that she was back until I saw that.
Well, she played Mighty Hooper as well.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she did too.
So, like, if she can get us the Eurovision win, sick.
We will back you, Delta. We've got you, girl.
Yeah, but I think it's like, and how do you go about Eurovision, especially as an Australian act? Like, do you show off an act that is like unbelievably Australian that no one else has? Like, I'm taking someone like Play Lunch. Like, if you look at
Is that can they do it? Is there rules for Eurovision that it has to be like pop music?
I don't know.
Yeah. I've seen metal ones. I think I've seen metal actually.
But it's
Eurovision
it's
before.
like, you know, you had Juice Klein. He, I hope I pronounced that right. He killed it, and there's not much like him around the world. So yeah, I don't know how you win.
This might be the year that I tune in. I never really watch Eurovision. None of the Australian contenders have ever really like piqued my interest. But Delta's kind of like that's an interesting pick.
We've gotten like in the top 10 a couple times, I think. It's like we've had people like Dami Im, Montaigne,
Kate Miller-Heidke.
I think Guy Sebastian one year. I think he did
I
it.
did it. No way.
I could be wrong on that. I'm pretty sure he did it a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe it is all pop. If you like Eurovision, please let us know. I know there's some people I went to uni with that are
Big
know
Euro
everything
heads.
about Eurovision. But yeah. We've been doing a lot of festival predictions so far. This one has stumped me because I can't really think of anything. So if you have Harvest Rock predictions, please let me know. And I know that you have a couple, but we're going to rule them out pretty much straight away.
Okay, so I've just seen a lot of like talk because Tame Impala and Lily Allen both left Adelaide off their tours, and it's around that time of Harvest Rock.
Yep.
I was like, well, Harvest Rock is 2 days. That's 2 great headliners right there.
There was a very good Tame Impala theory, but with all the new shows for his tour and when the dates of Harvest Rock is usually around, that rules him out. And Lily Allen only has 1 day in between like her tours where she could do it, but that means she'd be doing a show every day, going from state to state to state.
Yeah.
That's a tough turnaround.
Yeah, nah.
So like, if we look at last year, we had the Strokes,
Which was exclusive.
they were exclusive, and then we had Jelly Roll and Shabuzi, and they were doing other country festivals on the East Coast
Yeah.
and then came over. So it could be a similar situation of like, we have acts like that are doing other things and then just get added to Adelaide.
Yeah, we get a random exclusive that they're only going to play that, like the Strokes.
Yeah. So like the Strokes just did that. So it's like maybe they have one exclusive again and then another headliner that isn't playing in Adelaide that can do that as well. I really like the one exclusive for a headline and then one not exclusive.
It is interesting. Like the Strokes are, I'm pretty sure, just like a festival exclusive band now. I don't know the last time they played like their own headline show. I just know that they've always just been on festivals for the last couple of years. And I guess it's because it's less stress when you just get a paid fee from the festival. That's all you got to do. You don't really have to promote it that much. You just rock up, play, bail.
So would some acts prefer to just do festivals when they're, coming to Australia or a different country?
I think if you've been doing it as long as the Strokes have, and I've heard just rumors that there's like tension in that band, like they don't really get along. Doing festival allegedly doing these festival sets are great. Like it's just so much less stress on the artists. Like I feel like a lot of people were trying to disprove the My Chemical Romance theory that they're playing good things. But look, Australia's a very like the market. We've only just really started to peak with how many tickets we're selling. But the market has been a bit all over the place lately. So in some artists' head, it's just like, look, we don't have to worry about ticket sales. We don't really have to worry about anything. We rock up, we play the show, we go. They're also going to pay for the cost to get all this staging and all this stuff like shipped over. Hands-free, we don't give it a post on our stories. We're done. So I can see it being like a big pull. So predictions. Have you got any predictions for Harvest Rock?
I don't, and I'm hoping people can give us predictions and then that'll kind of start my brain.
Yeah,
like,
let's do the
maybe
predictions next week. Let's let the fans like come in with what they're thinking.
Yeah, because it's like, I think looking at previous lineups, it's so broad.
Yeah.
So it's not like a laneway where I'm like, I think we can rule a good few people out of that. Or like a listen out when that was around. You knew the genres they were going to target.
Yeah.
With Harvest Rock, I'm like, fuck, I don't know.
They could do anything.
I don't know who they're going to target, which I kind of like. I really like that it's so broad for a headliner or people that are playing as well. Especially with, you can have a lot of Australian acts that cover a lot of genres. I really like that. So I'll be interested to see how that goes. But if you've got thoughts, if you've got theories, we can cover them on the pod. And we'll see how we go.
Yeah.
Last thing that I want to see if people like. So many tours are announcing, and it's always at like 6 a.m. or even earlier. I just wish announcements for tours could go a little bit later. Give me a midday one. Give me a late afternoon when work's done, and I can just put it in the group chat. We're all done with work. Blah blah. I get it when tours are world tours and you have to announce it with everything else. Sure. Harry Styles announcing with everything else at like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. or whatever it was. Oh, that bad boy was tough. But yeah, give me midday. Or do you like morning announcements? I know some people just like waking up and going, oh my God, so-and-so's announced. But let me get a coffee in first.
Yeah.
Let me start the day. No, don't just let me wake up and go, oh my fucking God.
Oh, it's another $200 I gotta spend.
Oh my God, if that's like a day's wage. Today's wage is going to this ticket.
And you're just getting it while you're like, we're going to war with Iran. No.
It's mixing in with all that announcements. But yeah, I would just love midday announcements. And we've got a few recently. And I'm just like sitting at lunch. I'm like, oh shit, so-and-so's announced. Sick. That's cool. I'm in the day. If we could, just push it even an hour, or when daylight savings is done, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
But imagine like if you're from WA or something, you're 2-3 hours behind. These tours are announcing at like 3 a.m. your time.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck? Perth included? Am I still dreaming? And then half the time, maybe you are still dreaming and you've just thought about it, and then you wake up and there is no Perth. But just push it forward a little bit, because I know you've just scheduled the post. Just push it forward a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tyson, I think that's it from us.
God, I'm sweating in here, bro.
Yeah.
Look at these pits. Look at these pits.
Yeah, I think mine are pretty bad too.
Oh.
But I'm hoping we've got no more cancellations. I'm hoping it's just more tours announcing, more shows announcing.
Yeah.
It's fun to cover, but just only positive stuff for the rest of the year. Rest of the week at least. And we'll cover it all next week.
Hell yeah. Mwah.
Bye, team.